Imagine a land where ancient oaks whisper secrets from 1,500 years ago, where wild monkeys rule a mysterious island, and where freak cream rain once turned streets into a snowy feast. That's South Carolina, the Palmetto State of the American South, where the Civil War erupted from a seaside fort, where barbecue and sweet tea were invented like cultural treasures, and where legends like the Lizard Man still send chills through swampy nights. Not just home to legendary golf courses or the continent's only tea garden, South Carolina is a vibrant tapestry of resilience, quirky humor, and untamed natural beauty. With the 50 fascinating facts below, join me in diving deep into this world, where every little detail tells a grand story, leaving you itching to pack your bags and hit the road right now. Below are 50 interesting facts about South Carolina. Invite your friends to follow. Let's get started. 1. South Carolina was the first state to secede from the Union on December 20, 1860, sparking the Civil War. This secession decision was not just a political act, but the culmination of deep-seated conflicts over slavery and states' rights, fiercely debated in meetings at Charleston. On that day, when the Confederate flag rose in place of the American one at the State House, the world witnessed the fracture of a young nation. Today, the event remains a costly lesson in the consequences of division, yet it also ignites pride in South Carolina for its role as a leader in history. Whether controversial or not, it reminds us that peace is often built from old wounds. 2. The Angel Oak Tree on Johns Island is considered the oldest living thing east of the Mississippi River, over 1,500 years old. Centuries ago, when the first European ships docked on the Atlantic coast, the angel oak stood tall like an ancient deity, witnessing the Timucua natives hunting and later the migrations of Africans during the era of slavery. With its broad canopy shading hundreds, this tree is not just a symbol of enduring life, but a sacred site for modern rituals, from weddings to meditations. In the age of climate change, angel oak serves as a reminder of nature's fragility, a call to protect these green giants from the storms of the future. 3. South Carolina produces more peaches than Georgia, and Johnston calls itself the peach capital of the world. While Georgia boasts vast peach orchards, South Carolina quietly surpasses it with higher yields thanks to its humid climate and nutrient-rich soil, turning summer into a vibrant festival of orange gold fruit. Johnston, a tiny town with fewer than 3,000 residents, has transformed a side hustle into cultural identity through annual peach festivals, where visitors can taste everything from fresh peaches to steaming hot pies. This playful rivalry isn't just about agriculture, it's a testament to the Southern spirit, humble yet fiercely proud, making anyone who visits want to pack a few baskets home as souvenirs. 4. This state is the birthplace of America's first barbecue, originating from Native Americans roasting pigs in pits centuries ago. Before barbecue became a national icon with its smoky, spicy allure, it was perfected by the Catawba and Cherokee peoples through slow pit roasting techniques blended with forest spices, a method later borrowed by Africans and Europeans to create South Carolina's signature mustard-based style. Today, competitions like those in Greenville draw thousands, where family secrets are passed down generations, turning food into a cultural bridge between past and present. Barbecue here isn't just a meal, it's a story of ethnic fusion, a feast anyone can join to taste the soul of the South. 5. Sweet tea, the iconic Southern drink, was invented in Summerville, South Carolina in 1890. On a sweltering afternoon in 1890 at Summerville's Pine Forest Inn, a finicky guest requested tea with all the sugar dissolved, birthing sweet tea, not just a beverage but a remedy for southern heat, with double the sugar of regular tea. From there, it spread as part of cultural identity, appearing at every family meal and festival, even dubbed the tea locally. In a world of coffee and sodas, sweet tea holds its ground as a nod to simple serenity, where an iced glass can tell a tale of southern hospitality. 6. Charleston Tea Garden is the only commercial tea plantation in the U.S., producing over 320 varieties on 127 acres. Unlike Asian tea estates with millennia of history, the Charleston Tea Garden was founded in 1888 by an English botanist, proving tea's adaptability to South Carolina's subtropical climate and now crafting everything from classic black teas to innovative organics. Visitors can stroll verdant rows, learn leaf picking, and enjoy English-style high tea amid the American South. This spot isn't just business. It's a symbol of cultural crossover, showing America can master distant traditions with a local twist. In 7, the name South Carolina comes from King Charles I and II of England, meaning Charles Land. In 1663, when King Charles II granted the land to 8 loyal lords as a reward after England's Civil War, the name Carolina, later split into North and South, etched a royal mark, reflecting the colonial era's ambitions and clashes with natives. Though independent for over 3 centuries, the name evokes English roots and Georgian architecture in Charleston. In modern times, it's a delightful paradox, a state famed for rebellion bearing a king's name, a reminder that history is full of unexpected layers. 8. The nickname Palmetto State comes from using palmetto tree trunks to build a fort that withstood cannon fire during the Revolutionary War. During the 1776 siege of Charleston, as British forces bombarded fiercely, locals ingeniously filled fort gaps with soft palmetto trunks that absorbed shots instead of splintering like hard wood, an impromptu invention that saved the city and birthed an enduring nickname. Palmetto leaves now adorn the state flag as a symbol of resilience, and the trees still thrive along the coast, shielding shores from storms. This tale isn't just military history, it's a lesson in local ingenuity. Sometimes, the weakest thing becomes the strongest shield. 9. The American Civil War officially began at Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor on April 12, 1861. The first cannon shots from Fort Sumter not only marked the start of America's bloodiest war, but the peak of tensions between the Union and the South, with Abraham Lincoln refusing surrender and Jefferson Davis ordering the attack. After 4 years of devastation, the site is now a national park where visitors stand on walls that witnessed history and reflect on freedom's price. This event still haunts South Carolina, but fosters reconciliation, turning pain into an educational legacy for youth on dialogue's importance. 10. South Carolina is the only state that owns and operates its entire fleet of school buses. Rather than outsourcing to private companies like most states, South Carolina adopted a state-owned model in the 1950s for quality and safety control, with over 6,000 yellow buses ferrying hundreds of thousands of students daily across diverse terrain from plains to mountains. This cuts costs and allows local customization, like flood-resistant vehicles on the coast. In the tech era, it embodies the Southern big family philosophy, government as a parent, ensuring every child reaches school safely, no matter how remote. 11. Morgan Island, or Monkey Island, is home to over 3,000 wild rhesus monkeys used for scientific research. Just miles off Beaufort's coast, Morgan Island became a monkey city during World War II when the U.S. military imported rhesus monkeys from India for vaccine and space research, leading to a self-sustaining wild population today. While contributing to medicine like the polio vaccine, it sparks ethical debates on animal rights and ecological impact, with activists calling for release. This island is a bizarre chapter in American science history, where human curiosity meets the wild world, urging a balance between progress and compassion. 12. Myrtle Beach is dubbed the golf capital of the world, with over 300 golf courses in the state alone. With 60 miles of coastline and year-round mild weather, Myrtle Beach evolved from a fishing village to golf mecca in the 1950s, drawing over 2 million players annually to legends like the Dunes Golf and Beach Club, where sea breezes challenge every swing. Beyond sport, it's an economic powerhouse with festivals like the World Amateur Championship. In our hectic world, Myrtle Beach invites pause, breathing salty air, and finding relaxation on lush fairways, a promise of simple joy amid life's rush. 13. The Arthur Ravenel Jr. Bridge in Charleston is the longest cable-stayed bridge in North America, with a main span of 1,546 feet. Opened in 2005, after replacing a narrow old span, the Arthur Ravenel Jr. isn't just an engineering marvel with its sleek cables, but a symbol linking Charleston's past and future, carrying millions of vehicles daily over the Cooper River with stunning harbor sunset views. Named for a local politician, it features pedestrian paths for bikes and walkers, promoting healthy living. It represents South Carolina's innovative spirit, from colonial dirt roads to modern masterpieces, always facing the sea and open horizons. 14. In the 1930s, South Carolina was called the Iodine State due to its soil rich in this mineral. During the Great Depression, as goiter raged from iodine deficiency, the salty coastal soil turned South Carolina into a natural treasure trove, with campaigns promoting local iodized salt, improving public health, and even exporting it. This nickname marked a shift from farming to mineral industry, with Beaufort's mines once the world's largest. Though faded today, it's a story of nature's healing, a nutritional legacy we can learn from in our era of global food shortages. 15. Brookgreen Gardens holds the world's largest collection of outdoor sculpture, with over 2,000 pieces. Founded in 1931 by sculptor Anna Hyatt Huntington on an old plantation site, Brookgreen Gardens transforms 9,000 acres into an art paradise where bronze and marble statues blend with swamps and flower gardens, narrating tales from Greek mythology to Southern life. Visitors wander for hours, awed by the scale and finesse, especially in spring's bloom. This isn't just a museum, it's a contemplative space, proving outdoor art can heal slavery's historical wounds, turning the past into eternal beauty. 16. In Bowman, there's a UFO welcome center built by locals to greet extraterrestrials. In 1973, after Bowman spotted a strange cloud dubbed a UFO, residents, led by a cipher-loving farmer, erected a welcome center with neon signs and an alien lounge, turning fear into fun to boost tourism. Though no cosmic guests have arrived, it's a quirky highway stop with annual UFO festivals. Bowman's tale captures Southern humor, facing the unknown with a grin, turning imagination into community glue. 17. In 1969, non-dairy creamer powder rained down on the town of Chester due to a factory mishap. In a comical industrial accident, strong winds from Chester's Borden plant blew tons of Cremora powder, blanketing streets and cars like milky snow, leaving locals sweeping with laughter. Harmless but legendary, it's retold as a sweet storm amid social tensions. It reminds us that industrial blunders can forge beautiful memories, a fun slice of post-war American history. 18. The Lizard Man, a 7-foot lizard-like creature, was reported attacking cars in Lee County in 1988. That summer, a local teen reported a green-skinned monster clawing his car by Swamp Fox Lake, igniting lizard man fever with witnesses and police hunts, turning Lee County into a southern urban legend hub. Likely hallucination or hoax, it inspired films and books, drawing ghost hunters. Lizard Man proves American folklore's vitality. In swampy shadows, our imaginations fill voids with thrilling, eerie tales. 19. Frogmore stew is a traditional specialty, but it contains no frog and isn't a stew, just a seafood medley. Named after Frogmore Village on St. Helena Island, this stew is actually a big pot of shrimp, crab, corn, and potatoes boiled in spicy broth, created by Gullah Geechee descendants of African slaves using abundant sea bounty. Not slow-simmered but a quick feast for gatherings, it's now coastal staple. Frogmore stew is more than cuisine. It's a cultural bridge, honoring Gullah heritage through salty sweet flavors, inviting discovery of the South's hidden diversity. 20. The first game of golf in America was played in Charleston in 1786. Just a decade post-independence, Charleston's gentlemen imported Scottish clubs and balls to play on Hampton Park fields, marking golf's entry into the new world, then an elite pastime, before exploding into a billion-dollar industry. It reflected the port city's wealth and sophistication, blending British and French influences. Today, this legacy thrives in historic courses, reminding us golf weaves colonial history with modern passion. 21 South Carolina is the only U.S. state without a major professional sports team, NFL, NBA, MLB. Lacking Big Four teams, South Carolina compensates with fervent college sports loyalty, where Clemson Tigers and South Carolina Gamecocks turn football games into statewide spectacles, drawing hundreds of thousands without pro glitz. Stemming from population and geography, it fosters local community spirit, cheering hometown boys over distant stars. It's a lesson in sport's true value, not national trophies, but neighborly joy on vibrant weekends. 22 towns have quirky names like Coward, 96, 96, and Possum Kingdom, Possum Kingdom. Coward from a settler family, 96 from 96 miles to a Cherokee village, Possum Kingdom from local opossums. These names turn South Carolina's map into a living comic book, echoing chaotic history from frontier days to post-Civil War. They amuse but preserve community lore, like 96's Revolutionary War ruins. In the GPS age, these oddities invite road trip adventures full of surprises and chuckles. 23. The St. Cecilia Society in Charleston sponsored America's first symphony orchestra in 1766. Inspired by music's patron saint, the Society's art-loving gentlemen staged a concert with prose, birthing American classical music in colonial times with Handel's sonatas echoing in old theaters. More than entertainment, it symbolized Southern refinement against British wild stereotypes. Now, Charleston's symphony carries this on, proving music bridges centuries, bringing elegance to all generations. 24. Sumter hosts the world's largest commercial ginkgo farm, with over 12 million trees. Since the 1990s, Sumter farmers turned the Asian invader ginkgo into white gold with healthy fat seeds, exporting globally and hosting harvest festivals where visitors roast fresh nuts. This massive farm is adaptation incarnate, from hated weed to superfood aiding heart health. Sumter reminds us, outsiders can become treasures, a green lesson for sustainable farming. 25. The Shag Dance, a slow swing style, is the official state dance since 1984. Born in Myrtle Beach ballrooms in the 1940s, Shag is the South's Lindy Hop cousin, with languid, fluid steps to beach music, an iconic romance under moonlit shores. Officially recognized for preservation, it features international contests and free classes, hooking young crowds. Shag isn't just dancing, it's South Carolina embracing playful past, turning summer nights into timeless memories through gentle steps. 26. Tattooing was completely banned in South Carolina until 2004 due to health concerns. From the 1950s, post-WWAI infection fears made skin art an underground crime for wandering artists, until the Alliance of Professional Tattooists lobbied for change with medical advances. Lifted in 2004, it sparked a booming industry in Charleston with creative studios. This shift mirrors Southern societal progress, from conservative to expressive freedom, where tattoos now narrate personal tales, a modern second skin of identity. 27. The woolly mammoth became the state fossil in 2014, thanks to a letter from an 8-year-old girl. In 2014, Olivia McConnell from Rock Hill wrote her governor arguing mammoths, with abundant state fossils, deserved it over white-tailed deer, swiftly passing new law via youthful power. Beyond prehistoric honor, it boosts school science education. Olivia's story proves true democracy. A simple letter changes history, making South Carolina a place where kids' voices dream big. 28. Lake Murray has a lake monster named Messi, reported since the 1970s. Like Loch Ness, Messi is described as a serpentine giant with a snake head and fish body, first sighted in 1973 by locals, sparking sonar hunts and media buzz. Likely a large gar or log, the legend turned the Southeast's largest man-made lake into a tourist draw with monster boat tour. Messi embodies mystery's allure. In science's world, we crave mythical tales to spice daily life. South Carolina gets the least snow in the U.S., averaging under 1 inch per year, leading to salt shortages for roads. In its subtropical spot, snow is rare, but when it hits, like 2014's 8-inch burial in Charleston, roads chaos from lacking salt and plows turn cities into unexpected white deserts. It highlights poor cold prep, but sparks joys like Southern kids' first snowballs. This weather is nature's gift, mostly warm, with rare chills to cherish seasonal variety. The 1886 Charleston earthquake, magnitude 7.6, was the largest in U.S. East Coast history, killing over 100. At 10 p.m. on August 31, 1886, the ground shook from Charleston to D.C., demolishing thousands of buildings and carving a 200-mile fault, a tragedy rebuilding the city with modern quake-resistant architecture. Commemorated in museums, it shifted East Coast seismic awareness. Charleston's quake is Earth's warning. Disasters ignore regions, pushing resilient community building against surprises. 31 Drayton Hall, built in 1738, is the oldest preserved plantation house open to the public. One of few Civil War survivors unburned, Drayton Hall's original walnut interiors and European murals tell tobacco wealth tales, but modern exhibits reveal slaves' harsh lives. Guided tour evoke 18th-century air, from spiral stairs to antique rose gardens. It's a window into the South's complex history, surface beauty veiling painful stories, inviting justice reflections and legacy. 32 Middleton Place, near Charleston, has America's oldest landscaped gardens, designed in 1741. Styled in French Baroque by Henry Middleton, Cinna's father, with symmetric canals and mythic statues, these gardens endured war and floods as nature's resilient symbol, now deer and bird homes. Fall foliage paints vivid scenes, luring photographers. Middleton Place is a green poem on human-nature harmony, a spot to wander and reclaim peace amid modern chaos. 33 Congaree National Park has the largest old-growth bottomland hardwood forest in North America. Towering 150-foot bald cypresses and pristine swamp ecosystem make Congaree, protected since 2003, an air-cleaning lung for the southeast, ideal for canoeing misty floods and night owl calls. Once logging threatened, it's now an ecologist's haven for biodiversity. Congaree calls for humility before wild nature, a tech-free reconnect to Earth's ancient pulse. 34 Raven Cliff Falls in Cleveland is the state's highest waterfall, at 420 feet. In Sumter National Forest, Raven Cliff plunges from granite cliffs via Caesar's Head Trail, a shimmering silver stream hikers reach after 1.8 miles, often spotting soaring hawks. Its height wows photographers and meditators, peaking in spring's rush. This fall symbolizes South Carolina's mountain power, serene afar, roaring near, a nod to unconquered nature's fierce beauty. 35 The wood stork is the only true stork native to the U.S., often fishing in South Carolina swamps. With gray plumage and hook-billed, tactile fish snatching, wood storks neared extinction from wetland loss, but rebound via coastal preserves, an Audubon success icon. They nest communally in oaks, blanketing like snow amid green. As swamp health barometers, they teach ecosystem balance. One bird mirrors wetland vitality, urging greener futures. 36 The Carolina wren, state bird, adapts to warm climates and nests in any available nook. With its teakettle song and cozy brown feathers, the Carolina wren is the South's backyard bard, nesting in old shoes or hanging bags without fuss, embodying urban flexibility. State bird since 1939, it highlights everyday nature's closeness. This tiny, tenacious friend is a dawn chorus, valuing life's simplicities in our rush. 37 Baum Island is North America's first purple martin preserve, attracting 750,000 birds yearly. Once a civil war fought, Bomb Island is now a floating city for purple martins, tiny aerial acrobats snaring insects in tornado swarms, with continent's densest flocks vital for coastal food chains. Researchers ban them against climate change, making it a living lab. From battlefield to bird haven, it's conservation's triumphant song of biodiversity hope. 38. The eastern tiger swallowtail is the state butterfly, chosen for its pollination role in gardens. With yellow-black tiger-striped wings spanning 5 inches, the eastern tiger swallowtail flutters over peach groves and wildflowers, state symbol since 1972, emphasizing farm pollination. A silent worker bolstering billion-dollar ag. Seasonal migrations create golden clouds in parks. It symbolizes transformation, from caterpillar to free wings, inspiring life's embraces of change. 39. North American river. Otters breed 2-3 pups per litter and are the weasel family's largest member. Up to 5 feet with glossy fur and clownish play, river otters toboggan Saluda mud banks, birthing in streamside dens and teaching swims early. River health indicators, they've declined from pollution but recover via protections. Otters bring wild joy. Watching is nature's laugh therapy, reminding us play's necessity in serious human worlds. 40. The loggerhead sea turtle, state reptile, can live up to 50 years and weigh up to 400 pounds. Each summer, female loggerheads haul onto Kiowa beaches to dig nests for 100-plus eggs, an ancient rite spanning millions of years, but threatened by lights and nets, spawning turtle patrols at night. With reddish shells and epic ocean voyages, they're sea nomads. Loggerheads embody endurance, long lives witnessing change, calling ocean guardianship for posterity. 41. Synchronous fireflies in Kungari National Park flash in unison from May to June, creating a magical spectacle. In pitch-black nights, thousands of Photinus carolinus fireflies pulse like natural LEDs in a mating biodance rare worldwide, turning Kungari into a romantic hotspot with limited guided tour. Humidity and pollution dependent, it's fragile to development. This brief magic is summer night's whisper, where science meets poetry in ephemeral glow. 42. South Carolina recognizes common law marriage if couples live as spouses for the required time. Rooted in Old English law, common law marriage needs a year's cohabitation and spousal presentation for legal perks sans ceremony, rural popular for cost. It honors enduring bonds but debates proof in divorces. This law echoes Southern values, love built over time, not papers, a romantic lens in modern legal society. 43. Fishing with a yo-yo, up and down jigging device, is illegal in South Carolina. The yo-yo rod autobait rocker was banned in the 1970s for over-efficiency, snagging fish endlessly sans skill, endangering lake and river stocks. It preserves fair sport fishing, favoring traditions. A quirky but sensible rule, keeping hobbies art, not industrial hunt, ensuring future peaceful waters. 44. Godfather of Soul, James Brown was born in Barnwell, South Carolina. Born 1933 in Barnwell's poverty, James Brown rose from shoeshine boy to sex machine king, fusing local Baptist church beats into global funk, influencing hip-hop and rock. He returned often for charity, building community centers. Brown proves the Southern American dream, from mud to spotlights, an unending drum of resilience and creativity. 45. God's Acre Healing Springs in Blackville is believed to have curative waters, with land deeded to the Lord. Since the 1940s, sulfur-rich mineral springs in Blackville touted as holy water for joints and skin, its 17 acres gifted to Jesus in 1958 by a teacher, now a pilgrimage with natural baths and prayers. Science skeptics aside, thousands seek hope. Its Southern spirituality, faith meeting nature, a healing oasis in modern stress. 46. Charleston is called the Holy City for its over 400 places of worship from various religions. Boasting 70-plus churches, 50 old black churches, and 18th-century synagogues from French Huguenots to Sephardic Jews, Charleston's diversity earned the name via its open-port history. Gothic and Baroque structures host interfaith festivals. The Holy City proves tolerance. In Division's world, faith bridges, not walls. 47. The Charleston Museum, founded in 1773, is America's first museum. Started by the South Carolina Society for Local Artifact Preservation, this collection from native pottery to English clocks is the U.S. Museum System's grandfather, surviving wars to educate on colonial roots. Gallery tour time travel via rarities. It shows preservation as storytelling, understanding origins to shape futures. 48. South Carolina is the birthplace of legends like boxer Joe Frazier and NBA star Kevin Garnett. From Beaufort's Smockin' Joe, Frazier toppling Ali in 1971, with street grit to Malden's Kevin Garnett dominating with height and fire, South Carolina births beasts from hardship to peaks. They inspire local youth programs. These icons evidence Southern power, overcoming odds with will, turning playgrounds to world stages. 49. The Button Museum in Bishopville displays over 16,000 buttons on quirky items like hearses. Founded in 1990 by Gloria, the Button Lady Humphreys from her personal collection, this museum turns buttons from antique pearls to modern plastics into art on hearses, wedding dresses, and even Christmas trees, drawing quirk lovers. It's a tale of personal passion, tiny objects narrating fashion history. Bishopville's buttons prove beauty in details, inviting deeper looks at the ordinary. 50. Hercules, a lion-tiger hybrid at Myrtle Beach Safari, is the largest living big cat, weighing over 900 pounds. Born in 2007 from a male lion and female tiger, Hercules, with his tawny striped fur and colossal size, stars at Myrtle Beach Safari, where safe interactions teach big cat conservation amid anti-trafficking efforts. Though hybrids spark debate, Hercules symbolizes wild genetic diversity. This giant is power and fragility incarnate, urging protection of jungle kings from ecological loss. Wow, and just like that, we've flown through 50 magical moments of South Carolina, from the first cannon shot at Fort Sumter, awakening the dream of the Civil War, to the synchronous light dance of the Kangari fireflies, like a private cosmic party. From the captivating sweet and sour taste of Johnston peaches to the resounding laughter from Bowman's UFO Center, where even aliens are welcomed with a southern smile. This state is not a dry map, but a lively adventure novel, where people are as resilient as the palmetto tree against a storm. Nature whispers secrets through the canopy of the angel oak, and humorous surprises like Chester's ice cream rain make you just want to shout, "Why didn't I come here sooner?" If these words have made your heart beat faster, your hands itch to grab a suitcase, or your mouth water for a hot piece of barbecue, then the mission is complete. South Carolina doesn't just tell stories, it invites you to step in and become the main character. Thank you to this trigger state for turning history into endless joy. Now, are you ready for the real trip? Share your favorite memory in the comments, and let's look forward to the next journey.